Okay, good morning, everybody. My name is Jim Nardozzi. I'm the Assistant Police Chief here in Bridgeport. This is our weekly press briefing related to crime statistics here in the city of Bridgeport. I'm glad to announce, once again, crime is down. We're in week 40. These statistics are effective as of October 4th. Our Part 1 crimes year over year, in other words, this week in 2015 compared to the same time period last year, violent crime is down 22.61% here in the city of Bridgeport. As I've stated in the past, we have noticed an increase in shooting incidents and shooting victims. However, again, I am pleased to announce, again, 22.61% decrease in crime. Now, I imagine most of you are here to continue the discussion we had yesterday and the press briefing as far as the attempted abduction of a 17-year-old female high school student here in the city of Bridgeport. I'll open it up to questions. I would like to say first that our detectives continue working on the case. We are continuing to build a strong case that we believe that we'll have to present in court. And after the briefing, I will attempt to make arrangements if anybody wants to get a shot of the card. We have the card here on premises. So I'll open up the floor to any questions anyone may have.
Do you have a suspect?
Yes, we do. We've identified the suspect. I'm not going to release her name at this time. I will say that it is a woman who resides in the city of New Haven.
And the motive for the abduction, do you know?
We don't have a motive yet. We would like to know. We're working on it, but as of this moment, I don't have a motive to give you.
The victim reported a sexual assault, am I correct?
Yes.
How unusual is it for a woman abductor to abduct a female in a sexual assault? I mean, this seems unusual.
You know, let me say what I said yesterday. I don't think that the gender or the sexual orientation of someone is relevant. All I see is this. I see a child and an adult and a report of a crime being committed against a child. And I think that's what we need to concentrate on.
The circumstances surrounding the girl getting in the car, I mean, they didn't know each other. Why did she get in the car?
She got in the car. It appeared to be a good Samaritan simply offering a ride to the student because it was cold out that morning. And that's what she offered. It's cold out. Can I give you a ride to school?
Was it a tip from the public which led you to this vehicle in New Haven, or how did you go about finding the car was in the city of New Haven?
So I'm glad to say that the response from the Bridgeport and the New Haven community has been outstanding. And to answer your question, yes, we did receive large amounts of information, and it was information from the community cooperating with the police that led us to discover the exact pinpoint location of the vehicle.
That video, was that video helpful?
The video was extremely helpful, and if I can say, that video camera that caught the incident is part of our Safe Corridors program. It's a program where the main corridors, where our children walk to school, we keep them under video surveillance, and I think once again that video proved invaluable in the timeliness of solving this case, as well as, unfortunately, documenting the incident.
And I presume because the car had some special features, I mean, it was unusual?
Yes, actually, the vehicle's missing the rear bumper, and if you look at the rear of the vehicle, and I can show you that after the press conference, it looks like a white styrofoam piece, so it had no bumper, so it was very distinctive and unique.
Have detectives questioned this person of interest suspect yet?
Yes, and I'll say that the suspect has invoked their Fifth Amendment rights to counsel at this time.
Is she known to this department for other?
No.
Do you expect an arrest today?
Yes.
All right.
And if and when an arrest is made, then we'll certainly pass along that information with any other information that I can legally provide.
Will she be brought here?
Here.
Okay. All right.
Is she not in custody anywhere?
Not at this time.
But your department has talked to her.
Yes, and we know her whereabouts.
She's not, she's in civil.
Correct,
Does she own the car?
yes.
You said she is a New Haven resident, she lives up there, not in the city of Bridgeport, is that
Correct.
correct?
So she was down here trolling for victims?
We're investigating what she was doing here at that time, so hopefully later on, I can provide that information. But that's something that our investigation hopefully will determine.
And from this incident, obviously the video itself was pretty shocking. Just what would you like to remind parents here in the city when you see an incident like this of an attempted kidnapping on our streets?
So let me preface my answer by saying that this is a rarity. This is not something that happens in Bridgeport. And if I'm going to give a warning, then it shouldn't be just to Bridgeport parents. It should be to parents in general and to adults. You have to be aware of your surroundings. And yes, there are a lot of good Samaritans out there. On the other hand, you also have to be very careful about getting into a car with a stranger.
I mean, it seems like a classic stranger danger warning. You just don't do this, but maybe the gender put her off? Gave her some...
I can't speak for what was in the mind of the victim, but to your point, again, I think we really need to look at this as a crime and not a gender or sexual orientation issue.
Well, what I'm saying is that we have our mindset of what a bad guy looks like, and maybe that's not always the case.
Well, there's also things called implicit bias, and maybe we shouldn't have them.
Just want to make sure, is it clear, has she, if you will pardon the expression, lawyered up at this point? So
Yes.
she's stopped talking altogether?
Yes.
Does she have other criminal history beside, maybe not with Bridgeport?
I'll tell you what, when an arrest hopefully is made, I will share that information with you. It would be premature for me to release that at this time.
So we're expecting that we'll have contact with you guys later today.
Yes, so I'm hoping that we will be able to serve an arrest warrant upon the suspect sometime today, and at which point we will certainly, the first thing we'll do
Got it.
when that happens is we'll call and we'll brief the media on that.
Okay. All right.
On what charge or charges?
You can get a
I'll
commission
tell
if
you
you
what,
want.
I'm gonna hold off on that right now.
You can do
Okay.
something else if you want. All right, thank you, Chief.
You're welcome.
Thanks, everyone. Thank you.
Thank you, everybody.
The media
Appreciate
contact
coverage of the story.
I'll give my stuff.